Coming into the 2000 Daytona 500, it looked as though there could be a clear favorite. Winston Cup champion Dale Jarrett had won this race in 1993 and 1996. He dominated in qualifying, winning the pole in the Bud Shootout and finishing second in his Twin 125 race. But his favorite status was put into question the night before the race in the last minutes of the happy hour practice. That's when Jarrett decided to test the car in traffic and was hit by Jeff Gordon. He spun off the track, clipping Bill Elliott. Extensive repairs started immediately and continued into the night. By race time, Dale Jarrett's Ford had been repaired and was ready to race.
The 42nd annual Daytona 500 is underway.
It didn't take long for Jarrett to show his strength.
Here goes Dale Jarrett for the lead.
3 wide.
Yes, and he has a very good drafting partner there. Bill Elliott has moved into second place.
And here comes Rusty Wallace. 3 Fords break to the front of the field.
Dale Jarrett's crew did a Herculean job getting that race car ready to run today, Mike. They worked as late as they could last night. About 10 o'clock, they finally got thrown out of the garage. They were back in here again at 6 this morning. The team flew in 3 body specialists to try to get it right. Here at Daytona, aerodynamics is everything.
There were also 2 other Dales in the hunt.
For the first time in the Daytona 500, there are 2 Earnhardts in the race.
But the Earnhardts were not really able to capitalize on the opportunity to team up.
Earnhardt Jr. has just lost several positions on the racetrack. They had called him on the radio and asked him to run with his dad, but he couldn't do it. The car is pushing. Nose is just sliding right up the racetrack. He's lost several spots as a result.
On lap 31, 2-time winner and defending champion Jeff Gordon's Chevy started smoking.
Jeff Gordon is definitely having a smoking problem. His crew chief, Robbie Loomis, said they're going to leave him on the racetrack. They are not sure where the smoke is coming from. They are concerned that it might possibly be a leaking valve cover. That's a lengthy delay to try and fix that, or possibly a minor tire rub. They don't know what it is, but they are concerned here in Jeff Gordon's pen.
The first caution of the day for oil on the track resulted from Gordon's broken oil line fitting. After going behind the wall for repairs, he rejoined the race but never recovered, finishing 5 laps down. By lap 40, the top 3 spots were held by the Fords of Dale Jarrett, Mark Martin, and Rusty Wallace. It looked like they might break the Chevy winning streak.
It bears noting that the Pontiacs, like number 43, John Andretti in the center of your screen, a carryover model from last year. The Ford Tauruses have a new nose and tail section, but otherwise they're much like last year's car. The Chevrolets, the Monte Carlo, is an all-new design for 2000, and coming to Daytona with an all-new design is like going to work in the morning in a brand new pair of shoes. They need some breaking in before they run well, and the Chevy teams have had all week to work on it, and they've done their homework.
But there was a Pontiac that started back in the 14th row that was making some aggressive moves.
Oh, bookmark this one. These 2 cars, number 10, Johnny Benson, number 26, Jimmy Spencer. When they came through the tri-oval, Benson slid right up the racetrack in front of Spencer by inches. Spencer never forgets. I mean, it was a bold move by Benson.
By lap 154, the leaders were well established.
Cars in that lead pack are Mark Martin, Dale Jarrett, Jeff Burton, Rusty Wallace, all in Fords. Ward Burton's Pontiac, Dale Earnhardt, Mike Skinner, and how about Johnny Benson?
Talking about Johnny Benson, that's him in the 10 car right there, and you see that car is really on a mission today. Johnny Benson had been written off pretty much, and he got in this car, and he has made a difference.
He has, buddy. He came to Daytona without any writing on that car, just a plain white vanilla car. But with the qualifying run he had, his performance in the 125-mile qualifying race has got him sponsorship there from the Lycos people. We understand it's for the year, so good for him.
On lap 157, John Andretti scraped the wall and brought out the 3rd caution of the day. The field took advantage of the opportunity to pit, creating a shakeup in the leaders.
Well, we got a new leader.
How about that, Ned? The 106th different driver to lead the Daytona 500 since the race began in 1959, Johnny Benson.
And he did it by apparently just changing 2 tires.
There were 5 drivers that took just 2 tires, and that's put Johnny Benson from 8th to 1st. Dale Earnhardt Jr. from 9th coming into the pits to 2nd. Bill Elliott from 13th coming in now to 3rd. And the 13 of Robbie Gordon came into the pits 17th. He's now in 7th place. Terry Labonte, car number 5 right behind Gordon, came into the pits 18th, and he's now up to 8th. Those 5 drivers gambled and took on just 2 tires to save time on pit road.
Benson was able to hold on to the lead until lap 170 when Derek Cope blew his engine and brushed the wall, creating the 4th caution of the day. The leaders didn't pit during this caution. The pack tightened up, and the lone Pontiac, driven by Johnny Benson, fought to keep his lead.
They are running some very fast laps right now. Over 191 miles an hour the last time around. And that's some of the fastest laps we've seen today. And Johnny Benson hanging right in there, holding off that bunch of Fords behind him.
Pretty good for a fellow who didn't make the show here 2 years ago. Bill?
And I'm watching Mark Martin move to the outside right there, taking a look. He's moved left side, right side. He's trying a lot of things right now. If he can get Johnny Benson to start working that mirror and get him offline, somebody will get by.
14 laps, 35 miles to go. Father and son.
Martin went high, expected Dale Jarrett and Jeff Burton to go with him. Jarrett went to the inside, though. Now let's see what Jeff Burton does. He'll probably go with Martin and leave Jarrett down on the inside.
Benson's trying to leave nobody to draft off him. He's trying to close the hole. He does it. Benson gets back to the bottom and hangs on. Wow. 13 laps to go. It's not over yet. 5 months ago, Johnny Benson was looking for a ride for the 2000 season, and now he's 9.5 laps from winning the Daytona 500. But that is such a long time, and so much can happen.
That's when Benson's luck turned. On turn 4, Michael Waltrip spun into John Andretti and Kenny Wallace. Benson would win the race to the yellow flag, but on the restart, it would be a different story.
1 Pontiac against 5 Fords behind them, and the Fords are looking for revenge. Bill Elliott nearly had a 3rd win in 1997, and 6 laps to go. The 3 Rick Hendrick Chevrolets ganged up on him and passed him for the win. Will the Fords get their revenge on General Motors in these 4 laps?
Outnumbered and without a friend in the lead pack, it was just a matter of time for Benson.
Here's Jarrett trying to go high. Benson went high. Here's Jarrett trying to go low. Benson comes back down to the inside, but Jarrett gets on the inside of it.
Oh, he's going to drop back. Here comes Jeff Burton also by on the inside. Benson tries to hold him off, but Bill Elliott is coming with the 3 on the inside.
You got the Ford lane, you got the Pontiac lane.
Oh, too bad for Johnny Benson. No defense there.
With Benson out of the way, the question now was, who would win it all?
And just 3 laps to go. The strongest Ford here all week has been Dale Jarrett, the defending Winston Cup champ. He got in a practice crash yesterday afternoon, sustained damage. Is that still the best Ford here? We are 7 miles from finding out.
It wouldn't take that long to find out, as Jimmy Spencer hit the wall on lap 197, and Dale Jarrett would finish first under the yellow flag.
Trouble, car in the wall. Turn 4, 1 car comes sliding down the track. In the wall, it's Spencer, Jimmy Spencer. Caution is out, and here they come. Jarrett gets the white and the yellow flag, and Dale Jarrett is going to win the Daytona 500 for the 3rd time.
With this victory, Dale Jarrett joined Bobby Allison, Cale Yarborough, and Richard Petty as one of the select few who had won the Daytona 500 more than 2 times.
This is just an incredible feeling to have my family here and everybody involved. This is just great. Would have never dreamed coming into this sport that could win 3 of these Daytona 500s, but when you have good race cars and good people, those kind of things happen.